Well, Tabitha Brown is being controversial again. Okay. I need y'all to come up in here. I'm Denise Brady. I'm a licensed marriage family therapist who specializes in trauma. On this channel, we talk a lot about reality TV, documentaries, and right now it's Tabitha Brown. Okay. And I wonder, do people miss the broke Tabitha Brown? Is it that they miss the person who before Ellen got a hold of her, before the internet? Is it that she has so much money right now? She's out of touch with reality and her fans and what people really are going through? Or is it just misguided, people taking one bit of, information and running with it? Okay. We're going to tap into all things with Tabitha right now. So make sure you hit that like, you subscribe. Let's get into it. What does she have to say about y'all needing to get a job? Okay, what she say?
Real quick. That this is not to discourage you because I want us to be clear about that first. Okay. Um, you gotta been in this place for a long time.
Okay, girl.
Okay. Now listen,
Okay.
you got good ideas.
I know.
Baby, you got good ideas.
Oh no, I know.
Your execution is not as good.
Oh,
Okay. Um,
mama.
your follow through, not as good. The ideas though
What?
are great.
I'm trying.
Entrepreneurship is not for everybody. And that doesn't mean it's not for you, but right now,
Tabitha.
these last few months,
Huh?
few years, you know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
Baby, it ain't been working for you.
My heart is
Okay.
broken.
And you doing a lot of robbing Peter to pay Paul.
I am?
Okay, you done got yourself in some mess,
No, I haven't.
and it's time for you to get a job.
A job, girl.
You hear me?
No,
You
not a
just gonna need
job.
to get a job for a little while.
No.
Okay, it don't mean your ideas ain't good. Okay, don't mean that maybe one day you could be a good entrepreneur.
But my products.
But you have proven to yourself and everybody else that you owe money to. Okay,
No.
um,
I want to
that
be like
it ain't working
you.
right now.
No.
Okay, it ain't worked for a while.
What?
It actually has never worked yet. Doesn't
Never.
mean it won't ever work. But right now you
Mama.
need to go to work. You
Work.
gonna need to get a job.
A job.
Okay, and then keep working towards it. But at least you'll have a job while you are pursuing that thing.
A job.
But right now, you need to get a job, baby.
No.
All
No
right?
job.
That's
No
it.
job.
I love you.
No
Get on
job.
about your business. Okay, have a
No.
good night. Tomorrow, have a good day. But even if you can't have a good one, don't you dare go messing up nobody else's here. Don't be mad at me. Okay? Uh,
Now this ain't the motivational messages we are used to. You're supposed to be bigging me up, telling me, keep going. God got you. Okay. It was on my heart to let you know God still got me. But apparently, I need a job. I need a job. No, girl, I don't need a job. You're supposed to be pouring into me to keep going in my career with my business. See, the thing is, y'all still have not forgiven Tabitha for not speaking out about that Target situation. That a lot of y'all still pretending like y'all not in Target. Let's keep it a buck. Okay. The Target boycott is still supposed to be going on, but we all know y'all in Target. Okay. Stop bullshitting. Y'all in Target. But I think here is a person who, in some people's eyes, is so up here that she has forgotten about the people who buy her products, the people who have been supporting her before the Ellen, before the internet, when she was just in her kitchen making vegan macaroni and cheese. Okay. I think there's that side of it that people miss that version. They don't want the harsh reality. They don't want the truth. They don't want the truth because this right here is the truth. And me being an entrepreneur myself, it ain't easy. And we're going to get to that a little bit later. But I think that people have not forgiven her for not speaking up and speaking out against Target during the whole heightened state of the boycott. People want the positivity. They don't want the harsh reality. I think people get the harsh reality already from life. I'm already seeing that in front of my eyes, the bill collectors, my parents, the non-existent relationship with my family, social media telling me that I'm behind because I don't have a house, I ain't got 3 businesses. I don't want that from you, Tabitha. I want you to be the one person who sees past all the other stuff that's telling me to go back to work, to go get a job. And so I think the message got, to me, misconstrued. Okay. The message to me got misconstrued. And nobody wants to hear give up on your dreams. Because I think that is a little bit of what this message is conveying to certain ears. You have to think some people already have a skewed view of the world, situations, because of things they've been through, because of trauma. So one person might hear, okay, maybe it's not my time right now to continue with this business, to keep doing these butters, keep selling these lotions, these essential oils, these tracks out the trunk of my car. Maybe all the signs have led me back to, for now, go get a job. Go get on that Zoom, do them interviews for now to keep me and my kids afloat. But there are also the people who hear the, you telling me to give up like everybody else is. Sis, you know how it is to struggle, to start a business, to keep it going. And because now you up there with Target, you sell me your perfumes, you an influencer, you on TV. Oh, now you just think that you better than me. And those to me are sometimes the people that get caught up in the, see, Tabitha Brown ain't for us. She ain't about us. She up there with them white people now. I can't believe I supported her. I can't believe I bought her stuff at Target. Let's boycott Tabitha. But the reality is, entrepreneur life is hard. Okay, I've been an entrepreneur for 5 years, and it's not easy. I'm still learning taxes, different things behind the scenes of what you see. Social media has really made it where entrepreneurship, being an influencer, because being an influencer is a business, has made it seem like it's easy because everybody is doing it, right? Everyone's trying to sell you something, a dream. The internet will sell you a dream in a heartbeat. We'll have some of y'all, like we saw, what was it, 2 years ago? This woman packed up her kids in Houston. Would she leave Alabama or something and move to Houston thinking she was gonna be an influencer? Girl, she at a shelter with her kids. Okay? She in a shelter with her kids because she thought, just like all them people on the internet, selling products, paid partnerships, living the life. Oh, I can do that too. They make it look so easy. No, it's not. It's really not. And people forget when they go into being an influencer, that shit is a business. It's a business, y'all. Okay? But I think people have to come to terms with, entrepreneurship is not for everybody. And I wonder, was it the message, the messenger, or was it both? Was it both? Because Tabitha Brown is a person who we've seen grow, evolve, and become Tabitha Brown, the brand. And to me, Tabitha Brown, the brand, is different than Tabitha, the person. And people need to learn how to sometimes separate the brand versus the person. Tabitha, the person, uplifts, guides, encourages, People do different things to go towards your dreams, to never give up. But Tabitha, the brand, is attached to companies, is attached to so many different parts and pieces that I think who she is as a person, in some ways, I feel like they have become separate. And some of y'all love when she gives the tough love approach. But I don't know if you know the Tabitha that was there before the pandemic, before the Ellen show, if that is who we are seeing today. I think that good intentions, yes. I personally believe she's the same person, but she does have brand deals. She does have contracts with people where she has to align herself more with those brands than her audience. And that's where people are upset. Her brand at times doesn't align with her voice. Now her voice has to align with the brand, the targets. And people are not aligned with Target. Okay, people are not aligned with Target. And, let's see what some of these folks have been saying. Okay. Because me as an entrepreneur and a person who's on social media and also looking at these different celebrities, I am not a person who um, looks up to these celebrities as my idols, as someone I want to be like, um, because I feel like that's not realistic. And I think sometimes when you align yourself with a person you don't know, that's where you get in trouble. That's where you get in trouble. And so some of y'all are saying she's talking to the delusional folks drowning in the dream of entrepreneurship who refuse to work a 9 to 5. She's not speaking to folks who have been actively trying or recently been laid off. See, that's another part of it also. Okay. I've worked a 9 to 5 my whole life up until 22, I think I quit. Now I'm a free slave. Okay. I'm a free slave now. Okay. I ran from the plantation. Okay. I went to the North Star. And now since I've been a free slave for about 6 years, I can't go back to the plantation. I can't. Now, if I had to support my family, to make sure my kids were fed, of course, I can get a job like this. My experience, I can get a job. Okay. Even when I apply to contracts and things like that, it's not hard for me to get a job. But as a free slave with a voice, that's like asking some of these slaves who are advocates, who help other people to go back and get a job. Okay. I can't do it. But if I had to, I will. But there's another aspect of this that, you know, Black businesses, the startup process is much harder than white businesses. Okay. It's hard for us to get capital, support, branding, and our audience and buyers to continue to buy from us. You see it. When you go to buy from a Black business online and that product that you want is in your cart, those products, and you see the shipping is $10.99 plus a 7 to 14-day window, do you hit buy or do you go look up them same products at Target, at Amazon, and forget about the Black business? That's the reality too that no one's talking about. And then when that Black business sends you a product and the top is cracked, oh, see, this what happened when you support a Black business. I should just went over there to Walmart, see Target, Jeff Bezos. Okay. That's another thing that's hard for a Black business to continue on is when Black businesses make mistakes, that small mistake can crumble your business. And I wish Tabitha, as much as I like her and support her products, I have products of hers that I bought from Target when she was doing her little home stuff in Target. The messages could be a little bit more. She should have added more about, hey, this is some things you can do in the meantime to keep your business. But once again, what is this, a 2-minute video that the internet just ran with? You know, it could have been more of a supportive tone. You can keep going. You can. But once again, the internet is not a place, these small clips, to me, to pour life into somebody. It might give you a little bit of a boost to keep you going a little bit, to keep you afloat. But people lean too much on celebrity voices to be their end all be all. They look to Tabitha Brown to give me so much of what my parents didn't give me, my family is not giving me. And this is one person. One person. And this is also what happens when you develop a big following. You have all those followers. It's, to me, the downside of being a big influencer. So many people look to you and the pressure of you being my end all be all. I get my life from you. I get my motivation from you. I get my everything from you. We talk about people developing these parasocial relationships that are not healthy. I remember when Tabitha Brown went viral reviewing a Whole Foods vegan BLT while driving Uber on a break. She's just sharing what she do. No need to be mad at her. Do y'all miss that Whole Foods Uber driving, Tabitha? Somebody said this can't be the video people are upset about. People are so upset already that this just adds to it. It is nothing wrong, y'all, with getting a job. It is nothing wrong. Get you a little 9 to 5 and still do your business part-time until you can get to a point where you can quit your job. Do it on the weekends, do it at night. Go in, clock out, get them benefits, get that steady paycheck, and be doing your shit on the side. That's what I did for a year and a half. Okay, it was the pandemic, and I was burnt out, and I felt like my job was not pouring into me. So I said, I need to figure something out. This little paycheck ain't doing it for me and my newborn. And I got another kid and a husband. So I decided to start looking on Craigslist to find me like, a little bit office space. I told myself I'm gonna do it one day a week. I'm gonna do it on Saturdays, half a day, just to bring me in a little bit extra. Hey, to help me, with the economy and, get a little bit of money to feed my baby. Okay. And then it was like, okay, maybe I'm gonna do it 2 days. Hey, I'm gonna do this shit for 2 days a week, seeing clients, working full time for the next 5 years. Actually, I said, because at that point I was in what was I, like 34 at that time? I said, until I'm 40, I'm gonna give this a go for 7, 8 years. And by the time I'm 40, if this shit ain't shaking out, I'm gonna keep doing my job and put this therapy business aside. And then the pandemic happened 4 months later. And they sent us all to work from home. And I was bored. I'm a type A person. It was an easy ass job. And I should have just kept that easy ass job. And, but that's another story. But yeah, so I was working a full-time 40-hour a week. And then I slowly just started adding more and more days. To be honest with y'all, I was on the clock working my full-time job and seeing clients. Okay. Listening for that Teams alert just in case I got a little bing. I need to kind of look out and see, okay, what my boss need, what she emailing me about. But then it got to a point where I had so many clients that I'm like, you know what? Fuck this job. I don't need this. I hate it. My boss don't give a fuck about me. Okay. I think I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna walk away. But you gotta do it smart. I did it smart. I took a leave of absence. Okay. My business was just thriving, booming. I had a bunch of clients and still more clients coming in. But I said, you know what? You gotta be smart, girl, because you got a family. So I decided I'm gonna take a leave of absence. Okay. And the day before my leave of absence, I was in a meeting and my father-in-law was in the hospital sick and dying. And people at work, some of them knew about this. My boss knew about this. Okay. So we're in our meeting and I was a supervisor. People's about yearly evaluations were due. And she knew I was about to take a leave. She knew my father was sick, my father-in-law. And she said she wanted to talk to me after the meeting. I'm like, okay, she just want to go over some things before I go on my leave, make sure, check in with me a little bit. You know what she asked me? She said, do you think you can make sure you get them personal evaluations for your staff done by the time you leave? And this was 4 o'clock. And I said, oh God, this is a sign. This is a sign you're doing the right thing. You know what? I said yes and never did them. I said, F you and F them evals. Do it your damn self. Okay? And so I took my little 3-month leave. That was probably in May. And then by August, I'm like, I don't think I need to go back. Let me just extend it for a couple more weeks just to make sure. So I got me my little doctor's note under the table, girls. Okay? September came and my birthday was around the corner. I'm gonna free myself. So I sent them a little resignation letter and said, you know what, as a Black woman, you have not supported me. You have not provided me with the tools and support I need to thrive in this environment. Yes, I said that. I need to figure out how I can find my letter and one day put it up on here. As a Black woman, I am not supporting this environment. And I feel like it is in my best interest to not return to this position. And do y'all think I ever heard from my boss ever again? No. She never acknowledged the letter of resignation. The next thing I got was probably a couple weeks later was the receptionist asking me, when can I turn in my key cards? And HR saying, here's the information to pick up your last check. These companies don't care about y'all. They don't. They don't. Remember that. They don't care. If you was to die in that seat the next day, the job posting would be on LinkedIn and Indeed. Might not even send your mama a card or no flowers. So if you need to work a 9 to 5, do that shit. It ain't nothing wrong with it. But just know your loyalty should be to yourself, not to these jobs, not to these corporations, not to these companies, not to these celebrities. Too many people are caught up in, I need to attach myself to a celebrity because they give me my all. They don't. They people just like you. They make mistakes. They say the greatest things. They say things that are bad. They say things that the internet loves to run with. But girl, ain't nothing wrong with having no 9 to 5. And that's what Tabitha is saying. Maybe not right now, maybe not tomorrow, but make sure you ain't in a shelter. Make sure you can pay your bills by going to a job. And your butter business, your product, do it on the side. Maybe put on pause for a year. But she's saying you could do it. But right now, you might just need to put a pause. But so many people have a misconstrued view of Black women having voices and how they use them. Some of that is within our own community. Some of that is from the outside. But to me, Tabitha is having a voice to encourage people to be real with you that sometimes your ass need a job. It's nothing wrong with having no 9 to 5. It's really not. You want to be stable. You want to be able to put food in your mouth and have somewhere to sleep. And if you got kids, making sure they have somewhere to sleep. All right? So work your little job. Keep your head up. Keep doing your products or whatever your business is on the side. If you have time, even one day a week, you can do it. Do not give up. I worked a full-time 40-hour job and did my private practice full-time for a year and a half until I got to the point where I need the job no more. Okay. What is going to be your focus? What needs to be your primary concern right now? Is it the business? Is it putting food on the table? Is it working on yourself? But Tabitha Brown is not the problem. Sometimes people are not ready to hear the message and they ridicule the messenger. All right. These are my thoughts. I want to know how you guys feel about the whole Tabitha Brown situation. But girl, go work that job. Clock in, clock out. You can do it. Okay. You can do it. All right. Make sure you guys hit that like, you subscribe. And of course, I will see you in the next video. Bye.